What's up, everybody? Lord Metalblade here, and welcome back to another album review. Now, today we're going to be reviewing the 1987 Megaforce Records release of Among the Living by none other than Anthrax. Now, everybody knows, in the metal community, everyone who knows metal knows who Anthrax is, who Anthrax are. Now, if you don't, they are a thrash metal band formed in New York in the 1980, I believe, yes, by Scott Ian, who was the guitarist. Anyway, this has to be my favorite Anthrax record of all time. All their records they put out are great, but Among the Living stands out the best. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Anyway, I first got into Anthrax when I was probably 13, 14 years old, because I got into them because they were part of the Big Four: Metallica, Megadeth, and Slayer. You know, all the great bands from the 80s. The first band I knew was Metallica. Then I listened to a little bit of Megadeth, but then when I listened to Anthrax, which was Madhouse, off their previous record, which was Spreading the Disease, I was just completely blown away by this record. I mean, the riffing on this album, just absolutely killer. Scott and Danny's riffs are just insane. I love their work. Charlie's drumming on this album, I mean, from each album, from Fistful of Metal, moving onwards, his drumming really doesn't get any worse. His drumming actually gets better with each album. You can really hear Frankie's bass on this album very well, which I love, especially in the song Caught in a Mosh. I mean, that has to be one of my favorite bass lines on this record. Joey's vocals, I mean, I'm a singer. I love to sing thrash songs, but I can never get my voice as high as he does. I mean, he is in my top 5 favorite vocalists. Anyway, I would have really loved to see this album on tour back in 2013 when they were taking the whole album out on tour. I would have loved to see that. Excuse me. My favorite song on this album is a tie between Caught in a Mosh and One World. I mean, two fantastically written songs. They're all great. I mean, I'm not selling any other song short. I'm not selling anything out. But those two right there are just, they have a special place in my heart. The most. I love them all. I mean, right from the get-go, from the title track all the way to the end, is nothing short of fast, aggressive thrash. One of the best. I don't understand why a lot of people talk crap about Anthrax. They're good. I was able to see them one time so far, and that was back at Knotfest 2014. They only played like 5 songs, but they played Caught in a Mosh. The entire pit was insane. I mean, seriously, that has to be not only my favorite performances, but favorite pits. I mean, this was at San Manuel Amphitheater, back when it was called that. I don't know what's called now, in San Bernardino. The entire pit was just, that's what it's called. General Mission Pit was just one big pit, and that was insane. I mean, if you see Anthrax, they're going to play this song off this killer record. You don't know. I mean, excuse me. You can't go wrong with this band. I mean, I know this is an older album. It's 2018, but I'm doing album reviews of all kinds. Anyway, this album is definitely my number 3 top 10 records. I seriously cannot put any, I cannot say anything bad about this album. Sorry. I mean, it's a perfect 10 for me, in my personal opinion, so I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, that album sucks, Anthrax sucks. If you think so, I respect your opinion, but my opinion matters because this is my review. Anyway, this album, I mean, if you look at the art, as you can see, if you can see without it glaring, yeah, I like it. You know, you got the guy with the hat, you know, all the emotionless people, meaning the dead, or meaning the living, just completely. Sorry for stuttering. It's just, I would really love to see Anthrax, because I know Slayer right now is calling it quits. As far as I know, they're calling it quits. I definitely need to see Anthrax again. Hopefully they take this album out on tour again. I would love to hear it, or just to see Anthrax. Like I said about Toxic Holocaust, just to see Anthrax again, play songs off this album, would be enough for me. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about this album, other than it's just so good. I can't I can't go a day without listening to one of the songs off this album. This album is really good. Anyway, I'm going to end the review here. Leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. This is Lord Metal Blade. I will see you all later.